Lesson 29 covers multiplying polynomials here. We need to know the product of powers rule to help us out here. What we'll want to do is go ahead and example A, when we multiply a monomial into a trinomial, basically what's happening is you're distributing 5a squared. So when you distribute that 5a squared into a negative 4a squared, 5 times negative 4 is giving you negative 20. And then you would have a to the second power, a to the second power. When they have the same base, you would add those exponents. So this would give us negative 20a to the fourth power. Then we distribute 5a to the second into a positive 2a. We get 10a to the third, and 5 into negative 7, which would give us negative 35a to the second power. B, same scenario, negative 6b cubed. We would distribute into each one of those terms there. When you distribute negative 6b to the third into 3b to the second, we would come up with negative 18b to the fifth. So multiplying those numbers, adding the exponents for b because it's the same base. So we have negative 6b to the third times negative 4b, we would get a positive 24b to the fourth, and negative 6b cubed into negative 9, again we would get a positive 54b cubed. Now all of those terms there, if you look at them, they're in standard form. Down here in C, you actually have to, you have a monomial multiplied into two different trinomials here. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute my 3 first, and I'll distribute 3 into each one of these terms there. When I distribute my 3, I have 15a squared. Then we'd have 3 times 2a giving you 6a, and 3 times negative 5, which would be negative 15. The second group, you are distributing a negative a. So I'm going to distribute my negative a into all of those terms. Negative a times 6a to the second, I would get negative 6a cubed. Negative a into 2a is a negative 2a squared, and negative a into a negative 4 would be a positive 4a. The next part here was we'd want to go ahead and find those like terms, probably putting in this into standard form while we're at it. So negative 6a cubed would be that highest one there that we'd want to put in standard form. So I'd put negative 6a cubed first. Then I go ahead and combine some like terms here. We have a positive 15a squared and a negative 2a squared. We would get a negative 13a squared, and then I have 6a and 4a. That would give you a positive 10a, and then the only thing we have left there would be our negative 15. And that would be it in standard form. D, very comparable to C. So I would like you to go ahead and try working through this problem. Do your distribution for 10z and your distribution for negative 2y. So go ahead, pause the video, and then check back in. After distributing 10z, we would have 100y to the second z to the fifth, and 10z into 5y to the second z, we would get 50y to the second z to the second. Next, distributing our negative 2y, we did negative 2y into y, z to the fifth, we get negative 2y to the second, z to the fifth, and negative 2y times 4y is a negative 8y to the second. When putting our answer into standard form here, obviously our highest degree would be to the 7th degree here. We have, there's the 7th degree, here's the 7th degree. Those are your like terms because we have y to the second, z to the fifth, z to the fifth. So basically you have 100, take away 2, giving you 98 y to the second, z to the fifth. The next thing that we would put in order here would be plus y to the sec, or 50 y to the second z to the second. That would be your next degree. And then finally leaving you with the negative 8y to the second. So that would be it in standard form. This will conclude lesson 29.